welcome to Your Time with DocSquared. And why do we ask DocSquared? Just in case you don't know, for those of you who never met us, this is Dr. Anthony and I am Dr. Michelle, so the two of us are squared, so it's DocSquared. And this particular session, I'm going to be interviewing Doc Ant on values. So my first question is, why are values important?
Values drive your existence. Values drive your being. Values drive that which you are not prepared to negotiate. So values definitely have a bearing in terms of how you conduct life.
But now, values. There's so many values. I mean, there's hundreds of values. So I live by values, and we all know that values are important, but why would I be able to work out what are those ones that you said now, that the ones that really resonate with you?
It's actually quite easy. We have got a pre-selected list of more than 200 values that will help you to choose from. So all you have to do is to click on the link below and get the chart, download it, and I'm now going to teach you how to utilize that chart. So once you've got it in your hand, you'll see that there are 3 columns with lists of values. So challenge number 1, go to column 1 and choose only 5 values that jump out at you. Column number 2, choose 5. Column number 3, choose 5. So in the end, you'll end up with 15 values to set you up for the exercise.
That really jump out at you. That, like, say, yes, this is the one that I must live by, like you said.
That's right.
Okay.
So you do that. Then phase 2, now that you've got 5 plus 5 plus 5, that's 15 in total, you're going to distill those down to 10 values. And to say, I think these are the 10 that are important to me. But then there's an important test. Now you want to ask yourself the question, is this my desire or is this my value? Now here's the difference. Desire is something that you so passionately want to do, but it doesn't mean that you're prepared to go to war for it. Like for instance, for instance, the value of family. I thought that family was one of my values because it's important to me. It's a desire of mine to have families be cohesive and together. The difference is, value is something that you are not willing to negotiate. It is something that you live by. It's like you fall on the sword and you die by. Okay.
Okay.
So then what you would do is, out of those 10, distill your top 5. And once you have your top 5, you're going to rank them number 1 to 5 and saying, well, these are my non-negotiable values.
That you live by. So now, what I found when I was doing my value exercise is that how important it is to, and I want your opinion on this, how important do you think it is to actually know what is the absolute correct meaning of that value?
Correct. Because so many people make the mistake of just choosing value that jumped out at them. But for instance, there's a difference between the word excellence and being excellent. Those are 2 different words. So you need to say to yourself, firstly, now that I've distilled down to my top 5, take the dictionary and make sure you understand the meaning of application. Very, very important. For instance, integrity can mean so many things. I mean, what does integrity mean to you? Living a good life? Well, for me it's who you are in the dark, who you are when no one is watching. So if you look at the meaning of the word, it takes you next level.
Yeah. And another word that most of you, especially, and I mean to say this respectfully, but mostly men, is the word respect. And
Correct.
Please do us a favor and go and look up the meaning of respect, because it is not the same meaning that we grew up with. Am I right in saying that?
Quite correct. So that will help you discern, is that merely a desire or is it true value? Now talking about values, for instance, you and we had a clash about values at one stage.
We did.
All right. I mean,
We
I
did.
chose the word integrity and Michelle chose the word
Loyalty. Loyalty for me, oh my goodness gracious me.
How did that pan out when we found out that somebody had literally stabbed us with a dagger in the heart and twisted that dagger? Now for me, it was, okay, let's sort it out, because integrity says that it is all up to me to sort it out. But loyalty for you was something totally different.
No. You put a knife in my husband's heart and you turned that. Trust me, brother and sister, you're coming nowhere near me, because loyalty, you broke that loyalty, that I cannot trust you again. And so you went on and we said, okay, fine, we need to go and sit with this couple and amend things. And Yeah, so forgiveness was on the table, wasn't it?
It
We
was.
forgave.
Look,
I did. I've forgiven them. That's
she's
fine.
forgiven them, but the truth is she did not forget. And that's the true nature of loyalty. Loyalty says, I might forgive you, I might do the right believer thing, but forget? No, because you have violated that which I stand for. That's what a value is. Value is something that you stand for.
Yes.
Now, the same with me. My first value happens to be justice. Man, if there's any injustice to me personally, it really takes the worst out of me.
Yes.
But the injustice to other people actually riles me up even more because I live to serve other people. So the very value is something that you will stand up for and you will fight for it.
It's almost like that holy discontentment that happens within inside you.
100%, because you know what? All of us have been wired by the Creator in a specific way, and that's why you have a set of values. You just have to distill it down to say which are the values that I really, really would like to use in my life. But now, here's the next step. What's the purpose of doing the exercise? The purpose is that you and I do our value exercise so that we can communicate to each other. These are the 5 non-negotiables that I live by. 5 of those, and literally you decide it's non-negotiable.
Yeah.
And that way you and I understand, if we get upset, we've asked the question, maybe which value was violated?
Yeah.
And in my case, the moment there's an injustice, man, my hair's already perpendicular. Everything in me stands erect. And that's just the way it is.
One of the secrets that we did was quickly, once you've got your 5 values, write them on your fingers or get someone to write it on your fingers and go and shake someone's hand and says, these are the values that I live my life by. How impactful is that?
Absolutely. So when you then look at your hand and you shake that hand, you know you're extending who you are. Remember, take your values and live them.
Looking forward to seeing you again. And this is your time with DocSquared.